Good afternoon to you and welcome back to the 2019 Women's Ice Hockey World Championships taking place right here at the GrandWest Ice Rink in Cape Town, South Africa. In particular, welcome to all our international viewers. Good to have you along once again. The early game this afternoon is the one between the Ukraine and Hong Kong. Of course, the Ukraine, massive win for them last night against Belgium, 4-1. They walked away with the win. They will feel absolutely like they're skating on cloud nine tonight, or rather this afternoon, as they take on Hong Kong. It has been a case of David versus Goliath. The Ukrainians have come here with a purpose and they have delivered at every game they've played so far. They beat South Africa on Sunday 3-1. On Monday, the very next day, a bit of a double header for them. They then put away Bulgaria 5-1. Rest day for them on Tuesday, but then came back yesterday and thumped the pre-tournament favourites Belgium 4-1. For Hong Kong, it hasn't been the best tournament so far. They went down in the opening game to Belgium on Sunday, 8-1, the scoreline there. And then they lost to South Africa 10-1 just a couple of days ago. So, serious mountain to climb. Let's see how they go about climbing that mountain. Full start, but eventually we're underway. And at the outset, let me say that this should be a walk in the proverbial park for the Ukraine. And they shouldn't have any problem putting away Hong Kong. The form that they've shown in this tournament suggests that it really will be a goal fest. We're not too sure, how many goals they'll score. Now, that's what the expectation is. The funny thing about sports, funny thing about ice hockey is that when you have your back to the wall and you've got nothing to lose, it's normally the time that that team sort of picks itself up and starts to fight back. So we may very well see a resurgence here from Hong Kong. Nobody's expecting it, but do not be surprised if that happens. A lot of the experts arguing the fact that the Ukraine will feel as if they've done the job. They will feel like they are virtually there, that they've sealed the deal in this tournament. But they do have to get through the next three periods and walk away with the win. The one thing that has struck us throughout this championship has been the speed of the Hong Kong players, able to get away and absolutely blitz themselves into positions and then also take scoring opportunities. Lots of pressure coming from the Ukraine at the moment on the Hong Kong goal, but doesn't seem to be presenting too many problems to the Hong Kong keeper. The Ukraine in their change strip for today, they were normally sort of all yellow, but for today it's all blue with a couple of yellow stripes, but for the most part all blue. Bit of a shot there, making a way around the goal, but not able to secure the score. And just like that, the puck moves down to the Ukrainian end of the ice. The one thing we saw in last night's clash between the Ukraine and Belgium was the fact that Ukraine were very precise in their passing, found each other with each pass like they've done there. Now, here they come up the ice, and here comes the shot. And easy as you like, bit of a dummy, sells the keeper the wrong way, and it's the opening goal of the period and of the game. Just as I was talking about the crisp, accurate, precise passing and composure of the Ukrainian side, they go ahead and show us exactly what I was talking about. I love it when a team supports the comment, or rather the commentary team. So that's exactly what happened. They were able to secure the puck deep in their own territory, find each other with passing, and break away and score. Neatly taken scoring opportunity, and it's Ukraine who lead 1-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, whose goal was the first goal scored for Ukraine was scored by player number 3. That's Melissa Rinkiki, assisted by player number 60.
Cofton, one of the top players in the side and at the tournament. Bit of a reverse pass back through the legs. Opportunity comes, shooting in, but well dealt with by the Hong Kong defense. Still the puck with the Ukraine. Losing it out, though. They're putting pressure on the Hong Kong defense. And in that mess, somehow the Ukrainians come away with it up the middle of the ice. And here comes the shot. And well defended there by Hong Kong. Here comes the face-off. Just missing out there, the Ukrainian player, the ball, the puck sneaking just wide of the right-hand upright. All defense now for Hong Kong. Ukraine just looking for an opportunity, holding on to possession. Don't think she meant to fall over at that point, but she certainly did. Hong Kong could have come away with the ball, with the puck, but in fact it's the Ukraine who've still got it in a dangerous position. It's flicked up the ice. And Ukraine have got a rebuild, but they've got a great opening now. Good opportunity. Saw that pass coming. Oh, an opportunity knocking there, but not able to convert. Here comes Ukraine. Another opportunity. That goalkeeper's going to be busy today. I've talked about it being a goal fest, but certainly going to be a shot fest. We're going to see a lot of shots raining in on goal. I fancy mostly on the Hong Kong side of the ice. Not too sure that we've seen anything yet from the Hong Kong players, but as I said to you, the one thing that has struck me about them is the fact that they are able to break quickly and they're able to make good decisions under pressure in those situations. Certainly, every time that I've seen them do that, they've scored. I'm not expecting it to be any different. They're going to need to, though, work on not just that aspect of their game in terms of those quick breaks, but they're going to have to work on sustained possession and sustained pressure, as opposed to defend, and hope for a break. They had it and they lost it. No real pressure coming there, so an unforced error, and they've coughed up the possession to the Ukraine. Here comes the shot. Great defense there from Hong Kong. Keeps it out. Lots of traffic in front of that Hong Kong goal. And that keeper will have lots to see and lots to deal with. That one gets scrambled away. Still with Ukraine, in comes the shot. Oh, passes, but nobody saw it coming. And here we go. This is what I was talking about when Hong Kong get the breakaway, the opportunity to break. All change on the Ukraine bench. And all the big guns have come out now. They're certainly targeting this face-off deep inside the Hong Kong half of the ice. Hong Kong come away with possession. Can they hold on to it, though? Lots of pressure. Ukrainians very physical. They are robust, and they certainly make you feel the fact that they are right behind you or next to you or wherever it is. they certainly make sure that you know that they're there. And here we go. Here is exactly what I was talking about. Hong Kong on the breakaway. They are so quick. Here comes the shot. Well dealt with by the Ukrainian keeper, and for her trouble, the Hong Kong player gets sent straight to the floor. Okay, here we go. Ukraine with the puck. In comes the pass at the back of the goal. Got to rebuild now. Ukraine still with possession. They're looking for an opportunity. Surely the layoff will come. Looking for that chance. Intercepted by Hong Kong. Still with Ukraine. Hong Kong scramble it away. Looking to get rid of it to one of their own players. Not to be. Lots of interference from the Ukraine. And Hong Kong scramble it back. They've got the possession. And then silly error as they pass it straight to one of the Ukrainians. Still Ukraine with possession. Still they have the puck. Great skating there. Knife through butter stuff. Goes the Ukrainian number 11. She's a formidable talent. She's looking for a chance. Here it comes. In comes the shot from the Ukraine. And again, Hong Kong able to scramble it away. Long range from the Ukraine, not able to get it in. Looking for a way through are the Ukraine, and for the Hong Kong team, they're just looking for a way out. Here we go. They've got the breakaway again. Lots of sticks flailing all over the place, but still Hong Kong with it. They're right behind the Ukrainian goal. Hong Kong looking for that opportunity. Here they go. Lots of pressure coming from the Ukraine. Forces the mistake from Hong Kong. And here comes Ukraine, looking for a chance. In comes the shot. Sydney well dealt with there by the Hong Kong keeper. And we'll have a restart, but wow, frenetic stuff, I tell you. The Ukrainians just pouring on the pressure. And Hong Kong doing well, to be fair. They're doing well to hold them out, hold them off. They're going to need to think about the fact that they aren't holding on to possession. They're gifting it back to the Ukraine unnecessarily. There's some opportunities where they've got it and they're just looking to pass it, and they pass it straight to a Ukrainian player. So that's going to have to be something that they work on for their game as well. Hong Kong winning that face-off. Once again, of course, falling to the... Oh, intercepted by Hong Kong. Just not able to get going, but again... The referee says that the Hong Kong player's stick was illegally pulled from her grasp, and as a result, one of the Ukrainians will go and have a sit down for a few minutes. Kozub, number 16. So it's a power play for Hong Kong. Can they make this count? 5-on-4 at the moment. And here comes the face-off. You would have thought they'd know where to stand, but obviously not. Here we go, in and out. Pressure coming, and more pressure coming from the Ukraine, who break away. They're one player light, but they're playing as if they got an extra player on the ice. Puck still with the Ukraine, looking for a chance, looking for an opportunity. Not able to get it. Ukraine still with the puck, holding onto it, looking for that opportunity. They are in front of the Hong Kong goal, and they sneak it away. Now, this one just a little bit too ambitious in terms of the pass. Never going to get to it, the Hong Kong player. And all change for the Ukrainian lineup. They're one down, but they've got an offensive face-off in the Hong Kong half. Here it comes, and Hong Kong take it away. passing has been a problem throughout the tournament there again. Winning the face-off, getting possession, and just flicking it straight to the Ukraine. Now, with the minute still left for the added body on the ice for Hong Kong, what will they do? Remember, of course, that Ukraine are one player light at the moment. And again, another error from Hong Kong. Here comes the face-off. Stick in there, but Hong Kong able to come away with it. And finally, all changed. Lots of icing that they'd had to do before, so couldn't make a change. Now able to bring on some fresh legs. 42 seconds left on the clock in terms of the penalty box. And the Ukrainian player that'll still have to spend the next 42 seconds there. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Here they come. And again, just messing it up. In fact, they skated into the referee. Okay, Ukraine with the charge up the ice, stolen back from by Hong Kong. Ukraine knowing exactly what to do, very composed. And away they come with it. Kozub getting ready to rejoin the action. Here comes Ukraine. Oh, what a save there from the Hong Kong keeper. To be fair, straight at her, but she still had to catch it. 5-on-5 again, and no real threat on the Ukrainian goal during those 2 minutes of penalty box time for Kozub. So they certainly did weather the storm well, did the Ukrainians. And as I say that, one of the Hong Kong players gets sent to the naughty chair. This is not the best situation for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a penalty for Hong Kong by player number 17, Ukraine, on 2 minutes for slashing. Teams are now 4-on-5.
See Matthews back on the text line saying "Go Hong Kong." I think Matthew, I don't know if it's the same Matthew, but there was a Matthew who sent us a message a couple of days ago to say that he's the number 11 for Hong Kong was his girlfriend. So it might very well be the same Matthew. So this one's certainly in support as well of the Hong Kong team, who need all the support they can get, Matthew, to be fair. They're up against a very strong outfit in the Ukrainians. And they're going to need to take their opportunities. And to make matters worse, they are one player down for the next 1.5 minutes. So it's certainly a very tough situation for them. It's only 1 goal difference, though. The danger, of course, and that's exactly what we were talking about at the beginning of this match, was that Ukraine have won a lot of the big games so far. And they will feel a little bit like they don't need to put a lot of effort into this one. They can possibly cruise, all due respect to the Hong Kong team, because there's just so much more skill, I think, and more experience from the Ukrainian team. And so they'll be feeling like they can just come away with the win. They don't need to certainly pull out all of the stops. So certainly that's been what we've seen so far. They haven't necessarily been as physical and as confrontational as they have been in the earlier games, have Ukraine, but still it's all Hong Kong for them to do. They've got a bit of a mountain to climb, and they're certainly holding their own. Here come Ukraine, they've got the puck. Here comes the shot, and well saved and well defended there by the Hong Kong defense and by the Hong Kong keeper, managing to scramble that one away. It's still, though, with the Ukraine possession, sits with them once again. And that pass just an opportunity just to get it away so we can get a couple of fresh legs onto the ice, and that's exactly what happens for the Ukraine. There comes the puck. Falling to Kovton, that's dangerous. She's one of the better players inside that Ukrainian side. In comes the shot, scrambling, bouncing. It really was messy. Wasn't able to control it, was the Hong Kong keeper, and so it's still being fought over by the Ukraine. They look like they've got position. In comes the shot. Again, the shot comes straight into the kneecap of the Hong Kong 21. In comes another one. It's raining shots, as I said it would. Somehow the Hong Kong defense and the Hong Kong keeper get to keep it out. Ivan saying, go Hong Kong. So Sydney, no shortage. Peter as well, looking for Hong Kong support, and there's plenty of it on our text line. I'm sure all of the texts that I can't understand may very well be from Ukrainian supporters as well. So good to have you along, and apologies for my poor Ukrainian abilities. Anyway, at the moment we're into the bottom end of the first period, and Ukraine lead 1-0 against Hong Kong. And a feature of this first period has been the way that Ukraine have dominated possession. They've held onto the puck for long periods of time, giving themselves scoring opportunities. They've certainly rained in a couple of shots. They've only scored one goal, but they've rained in a couple of shots as well, and they've certainly made life very difficult for the Hong Kong team. In comes another one just to the back of the Hong Kong goal. Hong Kong with the possession and stolen back by the Ukraine, which has been a feature of the way that they've operated. Hong Kong with the possession, only for the Ukraine to easily and quickly steal it back. Again, Ukraine with possession, looking for an opportunity. Hong Kong stolen it back. Looking for that breakaway, that pass up the ice that will free up one of their players so fast. Looking for a little bit of pressure. Here we go, Hong Kong 11, the shot in and stolen back by Hong Kong, looking for that opportunities to get one in. Scrambles it, and the shot wasn't controlled and easily dealt with by the Ukrainian defense. And away come Hong Kong. They've got it inside their half. Good opportunity now. Good stick work there from Hong Kong. Chan with the puck, making her way down the left-hand part of the ice. Again, Ukraine very composed, no panic, knowing exactly what to do. They come away with the puck and just roll it on down. Great pass, doing a 1-2. Oh, my word. Referee doesn't like the look of that. May very well see a little bit of time on the sidelines. For the Ukrainian, who were apparently shoulder charged the Hong Kong player. So into the penalty box goes Vancovic for the next couple of minutes. Let's see what Hong Kong can do with this numerical advantage. They've got a one-player extra advantage right now on the ice for the next 2 minutes. Pressure coming from the Ukraine. They're able to steal it away at the face-off. They're one down, and they have been in this situation before in this period, but they've just managed it so well. They've been able to block and create opportunities where there was just always somebody in the face of a Hong Kong player, making life difficult, forcing that player to rush a decision or rush a shot or rush a pass. And it's worked out for them. For now, it's a little bit of a scramble, a little bit messy. And here comes the shot from Hong Kong. Open. Somehow it had just fallen to a Hong Kong player. She wasn't able to control it, and she wasn't able to get it on target. Goalkeeper was beaten, and that would have been the equalizing goal. Not to be, though, still 1-0 as the Ukraine hold on to this advantage. I've got to say, a much improved performance from Hong Kong in this power play. They've certainly used it well and been a whole lot more organized. They've found an opportunity. They've run at the... Oh, here comes the shot. And well defended by the Ukrainians. Of course, remember, one down, but playing as if it's all square at the moment. Here comes Ukraine. Pass to come. Dealt with by Hong Kong, but straight to Ukraine, who get it in, shoot, and just outside the goalkeeper's left hand. Ukraine with it. We're into the last 3.5 minutes of this first period. Ukraine still with the puck. Pressure coming from Hong Kong, and that's exactly right. If you're going to have the other team in your half and looking like they're getting themselves ready to take a shot, you've got to make yourself as big and as visible and as present as possible. And certainly now, that's what the Hong Kong team have done. They've given it away, though, and it's all 5-on-5 now. Not able to take advantage of that extra body. Hong Kong. In the meantime, Ukraine dominating the puck, looking after it nicely. Here comes the... Oh, just across the face of the Hong Kong goal. Nobody able to get a stick on it. Still here come the Ukraine. Lots of pressure. Love to see the stats at the end of this period in terms of how many shots were taken, and then in it goes. Good composure there from the Ukraine. Penalty was coming, and a really good goal there for the Ukraine. 2-0, they lead now. Never getting flustered. You know, even when they were a player down, they managed to find ways to block out any opportunity that was forced on them, any opposing threats that were presented. They were able to snuff it out. And then even though they were sort of very much on the back foot for a little bit of that last few minutes, able to get past the Hong Kong defense and to score their second goal of this game. Another opportunity. Here comes the shot. In it comes, and well dealt with by the Hong Kong keeper. She's been very busy, not surprisingly. She's been very busy and has done really well, other than, of course, those two goals that have got past her. Both of those goals are really well taken. And so I think that she'll take some sort of comfort out of the fact that, you know, those goals would have gotten past most goalkeepers. She's doing a good job at the moment. She's going to look to her team in front of her, though, to carry the puck up the ice and to secure some of the scoring opportunities. Here we go. The number 10 for Hong Kong, Speedy. Probably one of the fastest skaters at the tournament. We've seen her break away, very confident, very aggressive. She creates opportunities, she gets into gaps, and she punches holes into the defense. Here come the Ukraine. They've got the puck now. Number 11 for the Ukraine. In comes the pass, not able to control it, and Hong Kong steal it away. And again, it's the Hong Kong 10. Inside, outside, here it comes on the keeper, and goal! Telling you, she is a scoring speed machine. We've seen this so many times from the Hong Kong team. It's almost a case of get the puck to number 10 because something's going to happen, and most times there's a goal. So really well taken. A bit of a dummy as she got past the defense, and the Ukrainians will know that this Hong Kong team are not going to roll over and go away quietly. Just talking to my producer, and in fact it looked like a little bit of a carbon copy of the goal that she scored against South Africa. She is so fast, and we'll see more of her not only in this game, but obviously in the rest of the tournament. But she has got some serious wheels on her. Here comes the Ukraine, though. They've got an opportunity. Oh! across the face of goal, a goal waiting to be scored for the Ukraine, not to be.
1 minute remaining in the first period.
There we go. It's still a little bit of a scuffle as the referee says that puck is never going to emerge unless you use a bulldozer. So let's have a face-off. Now, what has the Hong Kong coach done? Reshuffled the lineup a wee bit. Interesting. Not brought out his speed merchant number 10, but just a slightly more combative unit. In comes the shot, dealt with by the Ukrainian keeper. Fancy that there's been a subtle change in strategy from the Hong Kong team. And the Ukrainians are going to have to just quickly work that one out, but they've got an opportunity. In comes the shot, deflected away by the keeper and then gathered. Well done, the Hong Kong keeper there. I think it's almost as if Hong Kong have worked out that they're going to need to be a little bit more aggressive if they're going to get under the skin of this Ukrainian team. Interesting approach here. They've brought on their number 10, Hong Kong. Obviously looking to win this face-off and skid this one up the ice because she will be after it like an absolute rabbit. There's not much time left in the period. And Hong Kong looking in no hurry to get rid of this puck. In fact, they won't have to.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, so ends the first period in the matchup between Ukraine and Hong Kong. Currently, the score stands with Ukraine on 2 goals and Hong Kong.
So there we go. A really exciting first period where the Ukraine dominated in the early stages as we expected. They scored 2 very good goals. They were reigning in the shots. It was certainly looking very good at one stage. And then it was almost as if the penny dropped for Hong Kong and they worked it out. And I would say those last sort of 3 minutes or so, Hong Kong certainly putting a lot of pressure on the Ukrainian lineup and were able to secure a goal. And what a goal it was. Really well taken. That Hong Kong number 10, a key striker for them. And she is so quick as she got away to score. As we go to the break now, it's Ukraine 2 and it's Hong Kong 1. Welcome back to the second period of today's early game. It's the game between the Ukraine and Hong Kong, where the Ukraine have got a 2-1 advantage after the first period. And I mean, I think the stats will tell us a story. 10 shots on goal from the Ukraine, 2 from Hong Kong. And I've got to tell you that is way down on the average. It's a low shot kind of a ratio, suggesting that the Ukraine never had their foot on the gas, and that Hong Kong certainly were not given opportunities either. But it was a very quiet first period. It was a period, though, in which Ukraine were able to shoot out to a 2-0 lead. And as I say, it almost seems as if they then almost went to sleep thereafter. And Hong Kong came back at them and scored a brilliant breakaway goal through their speed merchant at number 10. Just a couple of seconds away from getting the second period underway. But the Ukraine, even though they're coasting, are looking very comfortable indeed. It's for Hong Kong to take the game to them. There we go. Of course, remember that the Ukraine played in a massive game last night. Bit of a mistake there from the Ukraine. Sloppy. In comes Hong Kong with the shot. Straight away into business mode are Hong Kong, as they know that they've got to chase this game, looking for opportunities. There's their number 10, not chasing, but just making herself very visible indeed. As I was saying, Ukraine, of course, played last night in the late game. They beat Belgium in a massive encounter, 4-1. It was a very physical encounter, and they would have felt it afterwards. They would have been very happy with that result, because it puts them 1 win away from going through this entire tournament unbeaten. And so they may be feeling a little bit of the after effects of yesterday's effort, as they came away with the win against Belgium. I think it's fair to say Belgium, the pre-tournament favourites. And for long periods of yesterday's game, they certainly did look like favourites. But it was the Ukraine who came away with a convincing 4-1 win. Here comes Hong Kong losing out possession, and Ukraine come away with it. Just absolutely hassling the players into mistakes. In comes the shot from Hong Kong, and again, and well dealt with by the Ukrainian keeper. There's a scoring opportunity there. That's a fact for Hong Kong. They'll feel a little bit disappointed that they weren't able to come away with their second goal. But they certainly have started, of the two teams, they've started this second period, I think, on balance. They've started it better. And certainly going to be looking forward to pushing home their territorial advantage at the moment. Face-off comes. It's Ukraine with the possession. Lots of hassle, lots of interference there from Hong Kong. But still Ukraine composed off the boards and just not able to control the puck. Hong Kong coming away with it. Ukraine just interfering still with Hong Kong. Ukraine just dominating. Physical presence is what they're good at. In comes the shot, and well saved there by the Hong Kong keeper. They're trying to get back to it. Their coach may have had a few words in terms of just upping the work rate just a bit. Only 10 shots coming from from Ukraine in that first period, which is way down on what their average normally is. It's normally something in the, the upper teens, 16, 17. So 10 does suggest that they were just cruising their way through that first period. That being said, they're going to have an extra person on the field, as Chak for Hong Kong comes to the naughty chair and will sit there for the next 2 minutes. Offensive face-off to come for the Ukraine, who will win the possession. It's the Ukraine. There we go, a shot to come. Oh, more placed shot, and really good one at that. Did have the Hong Kong keeper's attention, but it eventually shot wide of that right-hand upright. Puck getting flung down the other end of the ice. Bit of a mistake there from the Ukraine, as Hong Kong almost get possession back. Ukraine with it up to center ice. Bit of a scuffle, but still Still Ukraine with it. Hong Kong just trying to spoil it. Ukraine come away with it. Here comes the shot in, and it's well saved by the keeper. That shot coming through lots of traffic, and the Hong Kong keeper did well, firstly to see it, and then of course to save it. Restart face-off to come deep inside the Hong Kong half of the ice. Here we go. Won by the Ukraine, but a little bit sloppy as it gets sent way past anybody close to them. Here we go, Hong Kong with the possession. Looking just to get it behind the Ukrainian goal. Lee, the Hong Kong captain, pushing hard, the number 12. They're going to just try to ride this one out while their number 24 sits in the sin bin and try to minimize any damage, any goal scoring opportunities as well. They're going to try to contain it and try to hold on to possession, which they've been doing much better. I have to be honest, they've been doing it much better, certainly in this game, than in any of the games that I've seen where Hong Kong have played. Hong Kong come away with it. It's 1-on-3 at the moment. In comes the shot, massive shot. And the best that the Ukrainian keeper could do was just deflect it back into play. The puck breaks loose for Hong Kong. Just throwing it up the boards. It's back to 5-on-5 at the moment. And so Hong Kong have done well. One thing that we're seeing is that the Ukraine is still a very physical team, happy to use the physicality to dominate the other teams. There, a good example where Hong Kong had possession and they were just muscled off the puck by the Ukrainians. Ukraine will do well to learn a lesson from that. And the Hong Kong number 9, Kwok, will spend some time in the sin bin. Here comes the restart, the face-off, and again, well won by the Ukraine. Flung back right into the Hong Kong goal area, but nobody there to take advantage of it. And again, you get the sense that Hong Kong are really just in a let's get through the fact that we are one player short for the next minute and a half, and let's see how we go from there. But here comes the Ukraine, inside, outside, here comes the shot, and well saved, and almost had the second shot on the rebound. I fancy that shot came off the keeper's helmet, or that save came off the keeper's helmet. It did have quite a loud thud to it. So she may very well have saved it with her head. But save it she did. Here comes the Ukrainian shot. In it comes. Well dealt with by the Hong Kong keeper. As it bounced off her helmet, the Ukrainian attacker was there to try to score off the rebound. Not able to do so. The score remains Ukraine 2, Hong Kong 1. With Hong Kong one player light at the moment. They've done well to just contain this Ukrainian attack. There we go. It's very messy, very sloppy, but they're able to get it away. Here comes the Ukrainian shot. In it comes. Oh, deflected off a Hong Kong foot. Ukraine still with possession. In comes the pass. Set up nicely for the tap-in goal, but not to be. And Hong Kong fight for survival and survive just a little bit longer. Bit of a sloppy bit of defense. They almost allowed Ukrainian for the goal and for the score, but not to be. Still pressure coming from Hong Kong. They're going to need to get more into the face of these Ukrainian attackers. In comes the shot, and a little bit of additional stick work coming in there after the fact, but still snuffed out. That attack snuffed out by Hong Kong. Kwok, the Hong Kong number 9, who is in the sin bin at the moment. She's standing up. She's good to go. She's still got 32 seconds left to serve in that sin bin. Lots of physicality as Hong Kong come away with it. It's again there, number 10, so quick, out of nowhere, all of a sudden she's on the puck. Where that woman gets that speed from, I'm not too sure, but she is an absolute flyer. Half a chance, and in fact even less than half a chance, and she is gone. For me, easily the fastest player at the tournament so far. We've seen a couple of fast ones. And for a change, it's a Ukrainian player who goes into the sin bin. Ukrainian. Dobrovolska is in the sin bin. That one almost snuck through, and a good shot there from Hong Kong. Brilliant double save, maybe even a triple save there from the Ukrainian keeper, keeping Hong Kong out. There was certainly a couple of chances there for Hong Kong. And that was close. Very, very close. Of course, remember, Ukraine are one player down at the moment. Initially, when they were one player down in that first period, they were able to weather the storm quite comfortably. Oh, the pressure coming now. The tables is turning ever so slightly as there's a little bit more physicality. In comes the shot from Hong Kong. Bit more physicality coming from the Hong Kong team. They know what they have to do. They just don't always seem to have the confidence to do it. But they are making a nuisance of themselves, getting into space and putting the Ukrainian team under pressure. You can see the number 10 just lurking, happy to help out, but lurking, waiting for that to come her way. They're waiting to set her off. Just a bit of a... She better get her running shoes on, because there it goes. Nope, not to be this time. And stolen and deflected, and ooh, looking for that opportunity, that 1-2 pass, not to be. Referee says, hold on a second. The Ukrainian number 16 going, what did I do? Are you sure it's me? Shaking of the head. But she has been sent to the sin bin, who knows for what. But in the sin bin she goes. There's two of them there. And Ukraine will do well to start stepping up the pace a little bit, because Hong Kong are slowly gaining more and more confidence. With each passing moment, they're realizing that they just need to score one more goal, which they've had an opportunity to do so. So it's not as if it's an impossibility. It's something that they could have done already by now. And in this particular instance, they've got a two-player advantage, and at least for the next 30-odd seconds, the ice very much to themselves. What do? The gap surely will open now. What are they going to do? They've got their speed merchants on the ice. Gets thrown in there. Lots of physicality. Wow, that one certainly is going to leave a mark on. Never mind the players. I think it's going to leave a mark on the sideboard. Again, fighting for it, challenging, wanting that puck, which is great to see. Hong Kong suddenly learning that this is how you play this game of ice hockey. Here comes Hong Kong. Bad decision there. Bad decision to pass it into traffic. Here comes the shot. Well dealt. And it's in! It snuck in. It snuck in. A shot that should have been dealt with by the Ukrainian keeper has now found its way into the back of the net, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Ukraine have been coasting, they've been thinking about all sorts of other things, and their body language has suggested that they're just not 100% into this particular game. And all of a sudden, it's Ukraine 2, Hong Kong 2, Hong Kong having fought back to this position. And Ukraine on the verge of undoing all of their good work that they've done so far in this tournament over these past few days. And all of a sudden, it's a robust Hong Kong attack, getting elbows and legs and sticks involved. Ukraine with the breakaway, good shot to come, and in it goes. Unmarked. Unmarked the Ukrainian player, and they'll feel relieved. And I don't know if that second Hong Kong goal was the spark that they needed to reignite their game, but wow, they were absolutely nowhere up to that point. Hong Kong just doing a little bit of running repairs to their keeper. She really had no chance. Left exposed by her defense. Everyone was up. The pass went to an unmarked Ukrainian player, and goal time for the Ukraine. Now, Hong Kong, I imagine, would still be highly charged, highly motivated to get into the faces of the Ukrainian team. Lots of energy. Number 10's on. You know that there's going to be something that they're planning when she's on the ice. Definitely their front line. They're looking for an opportunity to cause a little bit of problems. There we go, forcing the turnover. Hong Kong with the possession comes the shot, deflected against the left-hand sideboards. And sneaky bit of stick work there from Ukraine. They come away with it. It's one-on-one with the keeper to beat, and shooting it wide. Hard to imagine, but that shot wasn't even close. There we go, Ukraine still fiddling around, causing a problem. Now, they've certainly upped their work rate, have the Ukrainians. They're going to need to, because they've been poor in the last a few minutes. They've scored, admittedly, but up to that point, they were really just passengers in this game. Now, what can they do? In comes the shot, shoots through to the back. Ukraine starting to rebuild. This looks more like it. Ukraine still holding on to position. Intercepted and flung away by Hong Kong. They're going to be pushing hard, waiting for that opportunity, waiting to get into it. And almost a goal there for Ukraine as it gets dealt with by the Hong Kong keeper. Ukraine, in comes the shot, well saved. Still with Ukraine, and another shot to come. And again, ricocheting, in fact, off a Ukrainian player to safety. There we go, intercept by Hong Kong. Now, lots of traffic all around her. Looked a little bit on the illegal side, but they're saying no, it's all good and well. Here we go. Hong Kong with the puck. They know they can do it. The energy level, the work rate from the Hong Kong side suggests that they've suddenly realized that this Ukrainian team is beatable. The ominous signs, of course, was how quickly Ukraine were able to bounce back and score their third goal. They've got another opportunity now, have Ukraine. An offensive face-off. Shot to come, well dealt with by the by the Hong Kong keeper. Hong Kong with the possession. Get muscled off the puck by the Ukrainians. In comes the shot, and in it goes. Goal number 4 for the Ukraine. Got a feel for the Hong Kong goalkeeper. That one took a little bit of a wobble on the way through, came off one of the other players, but a goal is a goal. And she'll feel very happy about that. Ukrainian coach will maybe start to breathe a bit of a sigh of relief. And Ukraine showing that it's easy for them to turn up the heat if they want to. Because as soon as they'd gone 2-2, it was, look at this Hong Kong. As soon as they'd gone 2-2, they immediately woke up to the threat that was being put before them by Hong Kong, and were able to bounce back quite quickly. So it's certainly been a much more exciting second period. 2-1 in the first, and all of a sudden 4-2 in the second, and lots to talk about. Another opportunity here for the Ukraine, not able to control it. Goal scoring opportunity goes a-begging. Hong Kong come away with it. Just strike me as being a little bit more determined, a little bit more physical, and inclined to get physical as well. Controlling possession will be something that they need to work on. Here comes the long-range shot. It's not a bad effort. Tell you what, that's going to leave a mark on the sideboard. And Hong Kong just throw the puck to safety. Mistake from Hong Kong. Ukraine come away with it. Open player here, or key interception, but still the Ukraine. Here we go, Ukraine with the face-off win. Hong Kong pressure though, pressure coming from Hong Kong. Here comes the face-off. Oh, missed opportunity there for Hong Kong. Ukraine come away with it. Good stick work. Well dealt with there by the Hong Kong keeper. Reverse shot in and almost a goal as Ukraine start to apply a bit more pressure now. They, I think, maybe have had a couple of hard words, maybe even with each other, in terms of the fact that they were just letting things slide a little bit. They were being maybe a bit too casual, and they needed to up their work rate. Hong Kong with the puck. Stolen back by the Ukraine who've got it. Here comes the layoff. Or here comes the... I was going to say here comes the shot. Will still build Ukraine. In comes the shot. Deflected off one of the Hong Kong players. Goes to safety. Now, in it comes again. Hong Kong with the puck. Held on too long. Defensive error there. And Ukraine come away with it. Now, 24 for Hong Kong has got it. She is up the ice and going, just doesn't have the legs of their number 10. We go 50-50 ball, and Hong Kong come away with it. Still though with Ukraine having to do a lot of defending at the moment. There's pressure coming from the Hong Kong team. They're asking questions all the time. And it's very busy at the moment behind that Ukrainian goal. Ukraine, though, clearing the shot. A little bit ambitious from that position, but away come Ukraine. And it's quick skating. Here comes the shot and the pass. and nobody there. Hong Kong flick it to safety, but not too much safety, because there we go, Ukraine have got it. Tarasova, the number 4, she lays it off. Here comes the shot, in it comes, and straight to the Hong Kong keeper. Here comes the face-off. Ukraine with the puck. Very heavy traffic behind that Hong Kong goal now. Stolen by Hong Kong. Looking to just find a way through. They've brought out some of their front line. And is it falling for Hong Kong? Stolen by Ukraine, who come away at speed with it. Great stick work. Pass to come in, you know it's going to happen. And good save there once again. Well dealt with by the defense for Hong Kong and also the goalie. Here comes the face-off. Hong Kong will look to secure this one. Nope, going to the Ukraine, shot to come in. Oh, and it snuck in. Gotta tell you, that shot should had no business going in from a very, very acute angle. Ukraine sneaking one in under the Hong Kong keeper, and the score grows now to 5-2. And you get a sense that Ukraine are breathing just a little bit of a sigh of relief after that early scare of Hong Kong coming back at them. Great goal there from Ukraine. It's the mark of these good teams, is when they get put under pressure, they're able to respond. They don't drop their heads. They immediately rise to the challenge, and that's exactly what Ukraine did. They were cruising. Maybe they thought they'd had it under control. Allowed Hong Kong to get back into them. Hong Kong grew in confidence as well, and put them under pressure. Ukraine leading 2-0, only for Hong Kong to come back at them at 2 apiece. And almost immediately there was the response from the Ukraine as they shot goals in and now lead 5-2 with 3.5 minutes to go in the second period. Ukraine still with possession, and stolen at the moment that the shot was to come in. Hong Kong not giving up. They are not going away in a hurry though. They are keen to see if they can sneak a quick goal, because 5-3 has a slightly different feel to it than 5-2. Mistake there though. Pressure coming from the Ukraine. Hong Kong on the puck. And just dominating possession of the Ukrainians. Lots of interference there from Hong Kong, trying to make things difficult. And they steal it away. Caught up against the sideboards. It's 2-on-2. In comes the shot from the Ukraine, skidding wide. As Ukraine still hold on to it. Kovtun for Ukraine with the puck. Lays it off. Deflected shot is going to be easily dealt with. Oh, if only there was somebody there for Hong Kong. And All change on the Ukrainian side, and the tired legs of the Hong Kong team will get a little bit more tired. Seems to me a slightly more disciplined period as well. Not too much sin bin activity. There was that one occasion where there were two Ukrainian players in the sin bin, but for the most part it's been an evenly contested affair. Good shot there, a bit of a scrappy shot, but a shot nonetheless from the Ukraine, but dealt with by the keeper. All change for Hong Kong. You've always got to ask questions about what their thinking is when they bring on their number 10. You just know that there's an expectation, or one would hope that there's an expectation that there's some sort of plan that involves speed, a breakaway opportunity, the fact that she's got really good and clinical finishing and is able to score in very heavy traffic. She's going to have to turn on her defensive side of her brain at the moment, though, because it's all defense for Hong Kong. Tarasova, she's got the puck. Sends it back in. Here comes the shot. Defended and deflected away. Now, there we go. There's the number 10 for Hong Kong. Immediately, standing start was right on the shoulder of the Ukrainian defense, which in fact already had a head start on her. She just chases everything. Mistake there from Hong Kong as they give it back to the Ukraine. And away goes the Hong Kong number 10, shoots it in, and it breaks free. And a great opportunity there for Hong Kong. Really should have netted that one, but a good save. In fact, a good couple of saves there from the Ukrainian keeper, keeping it out. That was exactly what the opportunity was and what they were hoping for. Hong Kong, they had the speed. Their breakaway was on. The number 10 fired in a shot. Looked a little bit speculative to me, but it forced the Ukrainian keeper into a save. She couldn't deal with it. It bounced free and just couldn't deal with the rebound, the Hong Kong attack. In comes the shot, goes behind the Hong Kong goal. At the moment now, it's all Ukraine dominating and just fighting hard, being very physical now. I'll tell you what, open space. Here comes a shot from the Ukraine. And what have they got here? It's Hong Kong 2-on-1. Will look to lay it off backwards. Not able to do so, pressured by the Ukrainian defense. Still, it's all Ukraine. And that's how it's going to end in this second period. Very, very exciting. 3 goals coming for the Ukraine, 1 for Hong Kong. But at one stage, it was catch a wake-up time from Hong Kong to the Ukraine. They had leveled themselves at 2 apiece, and it really was a contest. As I was saying, that is the mark then of these top teams, these really, really good teams, is that they're able to immediately respond, and respond they did in no uncertain terms, scoring 3 very quick goals soon after that. So as we go to the end of the second period, it's Ukraine 5, Hong Kong 2, and we'll be back shortly. And welcome back. It's the third and final period in this match between Ukraine and Hong Kong, where Ukraine have hit the front 5-2. They lead against Hong Kong. We saw in a very interesting, very exciting second period there, very much a sort of a tale of two halves of that second period, where Hong Kong started out really well, really strongly, and in fact forced a score and drew level with Ukraine 2-2. To be fair, the Ukraine were coasting. They absolutely deserved that wake-up call, and they treated it exactly as that. They treated it as a wake-up call, and they were stung into action almost within seconds of that score from Hong Kong. Ukraine broke free, unmarked player on the far left-hand side of the ice, and all that she had to do was skate up to the net and beat the goalkeeper, which she duly did. And then there were a couple more goals towards the end of that period. 5-2 the scoreline. Ukraine looking like they've got this one sewn up. Just depends what sort of fight is left inside this Hong Kong team. We know they've got the speed. We've seen that they've discovered a little bit of physicality. Let's see what the next period brings as we get this third period underway, with Ukraine leading 5-2 against Hong Kong.
Ladies and gentlemen, both of those are very important factors in the third period in the matchup between Ukraine and Hong Kong. Currently, the score stands with Ukraine on 5 goals and Hong Kong on 2 goals.
Hong Kong with the possession, just gloving it to get a bit of control. Lee, the captain, coming away with it. She's going to look to find some support. Or just go on her own. In comes the... It's going to call it a shot. What an opportunity! Really good opportunity there for Hong Kong. Here come Ukraine on the breakaway, though. Shot comes in, well dealt with by the Hong Kong keeper. One flies off her glove against the glass sideboardings. Here comes Ukraine. That's the shot that comes in. Deflected off a lot of people, but eventually to safety along the sideboards. Here we go. Hong Kong come away with it now, looking to get it to their very dangerous number 10 up the ice. Puck goes back to the Ukraine, who've got possession now, looking to build. It's fairly composed. Oh, into an opportunity there, but just shut down very quickly by the Hong Kong defense. Ukraine look like they've got this game sewn up. I know that we've still got about 17 minutes and some change left to play. A shot there between the legs from the Ukrainian the Ukrainian player doesn't trouble the keeper too much. In comes the shot. Great save from the Hong Kong keeper. And Ukraine starting to express themselves now. And dealt with by the Hong Kong keeper. That's quite a few shots there coming in from the Ukrainians in this early part of the third period. And again, happy to just put a glove down on the puck is the Hong Kong keeper. Go Hong Kong break free with the puck. Lots of pressure coming from. Oh, but it breaks for Hong Kong, still with them. The pass comes in. And back to Hong Kong. Looking for ways to get through. Hong Kong with the shot, well defended there by Ukraine. And Hong Kong on the, Ukraine on the breakaway. Hong Kong defending and blocking it out. Fresh legs for Hong Kong. They're going to be wanting to score as quickly as possible, so that they can put the pressure on the Ukraine, keep them interested and alive in this match. Of course, Ukraine very much in control. 5-2 their lead. Here comes the shot. Wow. That was an amazing reaction save from the Ukraine keeper. Out of a lot of traffic, or through a lot of traffic, that puck would have appeared virtually in front of her nose. She was able to save it and to keep it under control. Good effort there from Hong Kong, showing their intent. They are looking for this third goal, to put a bit of pressure on the Ukrainian side. One goal might be two, and from there, who knows how we go. What an opportunity there, flicked away rather by the Ukrainian keeper. That was an opportunity as well. And another offensive face-off for Hong Kong. They're certainly doing the basics right. One of their better games, if not their best game so far in this tournament. Here comes the face-off. And also lots of interference, lots of hassle. Controlled there by Hong Kong. Here comes number 10, got it, and shooting. Oh, and well saved there. That was almost under her leg. Almost snuck through there for their third goal. She has been an absolute thorn in the side. Kovacic is going to just spend a little time in the sin bin. Here comes the face-off. It's now 5-4. Of course, remember that Hong Kong with that additional player advantage now. How do they use this advantage? They need to put Ukraine under pressure. In fact, or rather instead, it's the other way around. The pressure coming from the Ukraine. They're one player light, and they are dominating at the moment. Forcing. Great stick work. Crisp passing. Here comes the layoff. And the shot. And well saved. Stood her ground nicely. Did the Hong Kong keeper. Just a bit of a delay there, because for a while it seemed as if nobody knew where the puck was, but we eventually found it. And that's how dangerous this Ukrainian side are. They're down one player, but they were up the ice so fast. Coordinated attack, and almost scored from it as well. Here comes the face-off. And Hong Kong come away with it. Now, they've still got time. In fact, they've got plenty of time in terms of having that one-player advantage. It's how they use it now. 10 with the puck. Skids it across the ice. Good pass. Into the corner goes the puck. Now, what to do? Easily dealt with there by the Ukrainians. Lots of composure and a great pass into space. Here comes the long-range shot, and well dealt with by the Hong Kong keeper. That one was on target, definitely going to the back of the net, so it needed a save, but she sorted it out. In comes the pass, and stick work again from number 10 for Hong Kong, but blocked out. They've read her well this time. of the Ukrainian defense what to do. Got to just be careful with that flailing stick. The referee might not like it, sort of getting in the way of the Ukrainian legs and feet. There we go. Hong Kong with position, just making sure that they find each other as opposed to just throw the puck away. Looking to make something of this position. And it's 5-on-5, of course. Let me just remind you of that. Good skating and good stick work there from the Ukraine. Just a lot of interference, a lot of stick interference from Hong Kong. I think lucky to survive that. Here comes the face-off now. Ukraine come away with it. Into the corner just behind the Hong Kong goal. And Hong Kong with possession. Stolen away by the Ukraine. It's just the pressure that they keep applying. They are able to wait almost until the very last minute before they commit themselves to a defensive kind of pattern or shape, and as a result Hong Kong are also left wondering what's going to come at them. I can tell you what, the Ukrainians are coming at them now. In comes the shot, and easily handled by the Hong Kong keeper. Here comes the offensive face-off for the Ukraine, but in fact it's Hong Kong that come away with it. Lee, the captain for Hong Kong, has got it to honor, but still Hong Kong power ahead. Number 10 for Hong Kong. She's just got too much wheels for anybody else. Gets the puck back for Hong Kong. Lays it off to number 7. Oh, there's an opportunity waiting there. Shot to come, not able to get the shot in for Hong Kong. Away come the Ukraine. They've got the puck. Deflected shot in, almost becoming a bit more of a problem than that Hong Kong keeper would have liked, but still the Ukraine with it. Still have possession. Hong Kong steal it back, looking for a gap. There comes the pass, great pass, finding the player. It's number 10, inside, outside, deflected shot. Good defense there from the Ukrainians. Offload, long range shot to come, not to be. Offload, intercepted by Ukraine. They're away. She has got just the keeper to beat, and well done. Deflected into open play. Here comes the shot. The Hong Kong keeper was being forced from or sort of around the side of her goalkeeping area, so referees moved the face-off out of the Hong Kong half, and here it comes now. Shot comes in. And well dealt with by the Hong Kong keeper, just basically fell on top of the puck. Hong Kong just a little bit too much wheels in that instance, coming away with it, able to outmuscle and outspeed their way to the puck. Chow, the number 3 for Hong Kong, getting it back. Hong Kong got the possession now. Number 6. It's Lin for Hong Kong. She's got it. Still with Hong Kong, just riding it out, looking for that gap. Oh, a bit of a mistake there as the Ukraine get in the shot. Very half-hearted, but. As Andre Maria, the head coach for the South African team, was telling me, there's no such thing as a bad shot. Fire in the shot, anything can happen, so doesn't have to be necessarily a full-blooded shot. It can just be something headed towards the goal, because from that can flow a rebound, and from that maybe even a scoring opportunity. Well, I'll tell you what, the first half of this third period has flown by. No addition to the scoring and no lack of opportunities to do so either, but still it's the Ukraine who lead Hong Kong 5-2. I'm tempted to say that I can't see a change to the scoreline in terms of the Ukrainians losing out on this particular match. I fancy them to come away with the win, but if Hong Kong can string it together, 1 or 2 really good moves up the ice and get some shots in. Here comes number 10 for Hong Kong. Shot comes in across the left-hand side of the Ukrainian goal, but well dealt with by the keeper and defense. Here comes the Ukraine, but just swatted away by Hong Kong. They've got possession now. And it's all just about sticks and feet and sideboards and hoping for the best. Nice deflection in favor of the Hong Kong team. Number 10's got it. She's got a shot. And deflected by the keeper. Really is a case of firing it in. Another opportunity there for Hong Kong. From behind the post, the shot came. And it was deflected and in fact bounced pretty high in the air, not able to control it with the Hong Kong team, and missed out on an opportunity there. So they're certainly making their intentions clear. They are going to go full tilt at Ukraine for these remaining 9 minutes or so. Ukraine have got a 3-goal advantage. They don't need to do anything unless they really want to. They can sit back and relax, but the Hong Kong team not letting them do that. They're not letting them relax. They're getting in their faces. They're asking lots of questions. And I think that they know that a Hong Kong goal now, or the next score to be a Hong Kong score, will put them under a little bit of pressure, and they'll have to turn up the heat again, turn up their work rate. Cofton putting pressure on the Hong Kong player, but Hong Kong coming away with it and still holding on to it. It's been a much more physical approach and display here from Hong Kong. They're small girls, women, but they have done well against a lot of their opposition, who are in most cases physically bigger than them. But certainly we've seen that they have lacked nothing in the speed department, where Hong Kong have been quick to create openings. It's probably just those final touches that have eluded them. But for long periods now in this game, and certainly in this period as well, we've seen Hong Kong fight back and put pressure on the Ukrainians when they've had possession, and they know, the Ukrainians know that they've been in a match here. Hong Kong come away with it, looking for an opportunity. They're trying to set up and set free some of their faster skaters. And talking about their faster skaters, keeping them on the bench. It looks like I thought I saw number 10 getting up and getting herself ready to come on, but not to be. Ukraine steal it, come away with it, but it's Hong Kong who make things interesting. The shot comes in, it's well wide of the right hand upright at the Hong Kong goal. Pressure coming from Hong Kong. Ukraine though with the puck, spreading it wide across the ice. And in comes the shot, deflected off a Hong Kong leg. But the shots are coming thick and fast and almost at every opportunity. Here comes Hong Kong, still with the puck, going up the left-hand side of the ice, chasing hard. That's a 50-50 puck, but eventually Ukraine... Oh, I was going to say Ukraine come away with it, but in fact deflected to Hong Kong, back to the Ukraine. And it's in and out, and here comes the shot. And well defended there by the Hong Kong. Very physical defense. It was what I was talking about just a short while ago, how they've just upped their abilities, their confidence, maybe even in terms of dealing with the fact or the need for physicality in this game and in this sport. And they've certainly done that well. Ukraine, they'll come away with it with their number 11. In comes the shot and just absolutely flicks the left hand upright. Here we go, another shot as well. And again, scooting past the left hand upright of that Hong Kong goal. One-on-one with the keeper. In comes the shot. Well done. Hong Kong maybe just need to slow things down, compose themselves. They've had a few very near misses and will do well to just hold onto it for a bit, look up, find who it is they need to pass to, and not just fire off a shot. And in all of those cases that they've done that, they've given it straight back to the Ukraine. Here we go. Hong Kong with the possession. They're putting a little bit of pressure on the Ukrainian defense. This one gets flung away. Kwok with the puck. And it's Ukraine who send it down the ice. And again, Hong Kong not scared to get involved in the physical rough stuff. Ukraine a little bit almost flustered by that. They certainly didn't enjoy that, and they'll do well to take that into account next time they come up against this team. Okay, Hong Kong gets set free. Here we go, inside. Great bit of skating. Now shot on goal, and here it comes off the face of the Ukrainian keeper, sort of just under the face area, sort of on that chin guard, throat guard area. And able to save it. Here comes Ukraine, the layoff, and in comes the shot. That one going out to the right-hand side of that Hong Kong goal. It's been shots on both sides. Here it comes again, another shot. And just a backhand flick away by Hong Kong as they relieve and clear their lines. Here we go, Hong Kong still with the puck. Ukraine steal it away, holding on to it. Number 3 for Ukraine. Now, opportunity here down the right-hand side. Again, muscled off the puck by Hong Kong. A smaller player doing that to a bigger player. And they've certainly learnt a couple of things. The school of hard knocks is what they've been going to for the last couple of games. They've certainly seemed to have learnt a couple of new tricks. Have Hong Kong, and certainly that's going to stand them in good stead. There we go, here comes the face-off. And well won there by Ukraine. They're definitely looking to add to their goal-scoring tally. In comes the shot, goes down the left-hand side of the Hong Kong goal. Now, Ukraine have got it. Then Hong Kong got it, they scoop it away. No big wheels on the ice at the moment for Hong Kong, but still causing a problem, and forcing themselves into possession. That's something we didn't see initially, but away comes the puck, and Ukraine get to it first. You can hear the Ukrainian players hitting the ice with their stick, asking for the puck to get sent to them. Wild block there by Hong Kong. Ukraine with possession up the middle of the ice. Just a reminder, folks, that we've got one more game tonight. It's the host nation, South Africa, as they take on Bulgaria at 6 o'clock local time. So just make a note of that. South Africa bouncing back from that first round loss to the Ukraine on Sunday. They went down 3-1, but they bounced back against Hong Kong. 10-1 the win there for the team. So they're going to be looking to continue that kind of trend and come away with another win. Bulgaria at the moment are winless, and they're certainly going to be also looking to pick up their first win of the tournament. For the time being, though, we've got about 2.5 minutes, maybe some change. Here comes the Ukraine. Shot comes in and just past the left-hand upright of that Hong Kong goal. Good opportunity there for the Ukraine to add to that score, but 5-2 it remains, still with the Ukraine. Good blocking there by Hong Kong, holding onto it now. And well dealt with, again stolen back by the Ukraine, asking all sorts of questions and adding their own brand of physicality to this particular contest. You know, unfortunately not looking good for Hong Kong at this stage. It's not looking good not only because of the scoreline, but because they've had one of their players sent to the sin bin. It's Ewan, number 23, will watch the next 2 minutes, and there's only 2 minutes, 24 seconds left. So for the bulk of what remains of this third period, she's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Here comes Ukraine. They've got it. They'll build from here. In comes the layoff. Here comes the shot. And down the left-hand side of the Hong Kong goal. Still with Ukraine looking for that opportunity. This power play surely is something they're going to want to take advantage of. They would have targeted it. Here comes the long-range effort, and in it comes, and deflected, but scratched away there by Hong Kong. Here comes the shot there, and just bouncing away. Good defense and good saving there from the Hong Kong keeper. And again, Ukraine sends it in. Okay, we've got just under 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. There's the face-off won by the Ukraine, but here comes the shot. In it comes. Owens just stepped over it and almost sneaking in, but against the left-hand upright of the Hong Kong goal. Still with Ukraine. Spreads it wide. The shot to come. In it comes, and that one gets deflected out of harm's way. For the time being, though, Ukraine all over the Hong Kong defense. Shot comes in, deflected off the stick of the Hong Kong player. And here we go. Ukraine lining up. In fact, that entire back three just waiting to take shots. It's like a training session as the Hong Kong keeper is able to gather the puck. Hong Kong come away with it. They're going to just try to not give up any more goals. They know that this game is lost. Oh, mistake there from Ukraine, but quickly recovered as Hong Kong were threatening to break away down the left-hand side, but a good defense there from the Ukraine and putting Hong Kong back on the defensive. And Ukraine with the puck. Intercepted there by Hong Kong. Their number 10's on. They're going to want to get the puck to her as quickly as possible. In the shot comes. Somehow it stays out. Wow, that was a near miss there for the Ukraine. Hong Kong almost scoring a scrambled effort, but just able to keep that one out. Hong Kong with the win, and in comes the shot, and well saved by the Ukrainian keeper. Oh, they'll go and do that all over again. In fact, they can do that for the next 12 seconds is what the Ukrainians are thinking, because as long as there's no score gain, comes to Hong Kong, in comes the shot, and in comes the deflected effort. A couple of sticks get in there, and one or two people getting a little bit upset with that, but fact is no score, no addition to the scoreline. The Ukrainian keeper throws her arms in the air to go as if to say, where's the protection? What about a bit of a penalty here? Can't we make a decision? In comes the puck. Again, won by Hong Kong. Shot comes in, deflected across the right-hand upright of the Ukrainian goal. This game is over as Ukraine walk away 5-2 winners against Hong Kong. A much improved effort. They will be very happy with the fact that they certainly did show a completely different side to their game tonight. They went down, admittedly, but really did put Ukraine under pressure for long periods of this particular match. Ukraine, though, deservedly 5-2 winners. They had to work maybe a little bit harder than they wanted to, and they'd intended to. And when you look at the results against Hong Kong so far, 8-1 they went down to Belgium, 10-1 they went down to South Africa, and Ukraine would have been forgiven for thinking that they were going to be scoring as they pleased, but not to be. It really was a case of a slightly new look, slightly different, and certainly more intense Hong Kong side. 5 to the window as the Ukraine come away with it. They're unbeaten at this year's 2019 Women's Ice Hockey World Championship. That's the way it's going to stay for them. That was their last game of the tournament, and a really good tournament it's been for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at the end of the matchup, the score stands with Hong Kong on 2 goals and Ukraine winning with 5 goals. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the MVP awards will be handed out by the Vice President of the South African Ice Hockey Federation, Jason Surf, and the Tournament Chairman of the International Ice Hockey Federation, Frank Gonzalez. The MVP for Hong Kong goes to player number 9, Boyke.
Hong Kong's number 9, picking up the player of the match, or excuse me, MVP award.
The MVP for the winning team, Ukraine, goes to player number 17, Tatiana Shashkova.
I think it's fair to say she wasn't expecting that award, but picked out as the Ukrainian MVP, the number 17.
Ice hockey.
Well, that wraps up this game, the early game on day number 5, as the Ukraine come away with a 5-2 win against Hong Kong. There is one more game later this evening when the host nation South Africa will take on Bulgaria at 6 o'clock local time, so make a note to join us for that game. Bulgaria, of course, without a win so far at this tournament. South Africa coming off a 10-1 win against Hong Kong just a couple of days ago. They're going to want to continue that run of form and try to secure their second consecutive win. So that's where we leave it now. It's been lots of action from the GrandWest ice rink, and we look forward to having your company for tonight's late game at the 2019 Women's Ice Hockey World Championship.